Welcome, everybody. I can finally and formally congratulate you all on making it onto the cast of Survivor Land of Oz. First of all, before we get into the formalities and go over reviewing the rules, thank all of you so much. Yes, I am still wearing my gloves. Tommy, don't out me like that. Whatever. I'm running out just from work. Go on my break for this because Spellbound and all of you deciding to invest time out of your lives to dedicate to our series has been a pleasure. And I ran all the way to my house because, as they say in the Land of Oz, there's no place like home. Again, thank you guys so much for choosing Spellbound Survivor. This is our first game that we are navigating Discord. So in the same way you guys will be traversing the Land of Oz, we're going to be traversing Discord. And if I sound out of breath, it's because I ran here for those who are watching in right now. Now, of course, before we get into the tribe divisions, get you all situated into your beautiful tribes, there's a couple things that we need to go over. A couple ground rules that we like to set. So, precedents. Let me pull that up right now. And it's not that many. You know, for those who are veterans to these games, none of these rules are new to you. And for those who've been asking about Pride chat guests, we'll be discussing that right here. So one of the most important rules, rule number 1, no cross-tribe communication unless we permit you to. Obviously, you guys are all in this Zoom right here, but once we get into the tribe divisions and send you off of your merry ways to go to your respective tribes, you cannot communicate with one another, again, unless we permit you to. Rule number 2, any comments that discriminate against particular players, make people feel uncomfortable, or display general mean-spiritedness will result in repercussions. Of course, it will be up to production's discretion and their judgment to take necessary action. Some people obviously have their sense of humor and may joke around with one another, but we want to not take it too serious. We want to take it to an extra level. So we'll be monitoring that to make sure that it's just as welcoming and as fun of an environment as possible for everyone involved. Rule number 3, any decisions made by production are carefully made with everyone's input. And these decisions will be final and must be respected by the players, whether they be challenge results or any other situation presented to us. So, like I said, with that aforementioned rule, if there's something that we opt to do, give somebody a strike, I mean, God forbid, knock on wood, we don't have to resort to this, expelling someone from the game, relinquishing a responsibility from them. If they make it to the jury, those have to be final and those need to be respected by all players. And speaking of challenges, this is a new rule. Rule number 4, there are no loopholes. If you think you came up with a way to break the challenge, no, you didn't. Unless we provide clarification or explicitly say something is allowed, it is not allowed. Of course, players are encouraged to ask questions if they don't understand the rules, but there will be no additional rules added during challenges or clarified unless an oversight occurs. So if there's something that we meant to enforce that we simply forgot when releasing the rules to you guys, then we would make an announcement of the sort, but not due to anyone saying, can I do this instead? You never said that we couldn't. We're not saying that you can either. So no loopholes are allowed. Rule number 5, you are invited and encouraged to do confessionals, whether they be pre-recorded or live, and to submit BLDRs. Of course, like I said earlier, our home was on Skype, and this is the first game, while not my first or Cam's first hosting on this platform, it is for everybody else. So it is going to be a little bit different here. If there's anything you need to express a prod, of course, there'll still be an open forum for you in your host chat. And we will hold confidentiality with anything you may be uncomfortable expressing to the BL or other players. But please bear with us. We're all trying to figure out this Discord thing, as may some of you players also be doing the same as well. Rule 6, speaking of host chats, a couple people were asking about this. Each player is allowed to invite 2 guests to join these chats. In a new rule, we will not allow overlap, meaning nobody can be in more than one host chat. So if I'm in Brian's chat, I can't be in Cam, Tawny, Xander's, which I want to be, but I'm not allowed that permission. We also express that the guests, regardless of which house chat you're in, do not leak or share any information to the BL, other spectators, or especially any other players. Of course, all the players on here, they no longer have access to the BL for a good reason, and you will not have access to the BL until after the the season is over. So you should not be getting stuff over there, and if that's the case, then we will have to investigate and make the right decision when we get there. Rule number 7 is regarding strikes. Failure to vote by the deadline or failure to participate in a challenge without informing Prod by the deadline will result in a strike. 3 consecutive strikes will result in removal from the game. So, for example, if I fail to compete in a challenge, right, and then I fail to vote during that tribal because my tribe lost, and then I fail to compete in the next challenge, I would be removed because that's 3 strikes in a row. However, let's say I voted in between 2 challenges that I didn't participate in. That's not 3 consecutive ones. However, production can override this rule if they feel someone's or my activity is severe or extreme. Of course, it's up to our discretion. We feel like someone's not really is very absent, and I have been on the receiving end being removed for this reason as well. So whatever. But the final rule and the most important rule, please have fun, enjoy yourself. I'm dying, but that doesn't mean you guys should be dying as well. This is meant to be a fun experience for fans, whether you're new to the community or you're seasoned veterans in the Orgo world. As a newly assembled prod team, of course, we have a new addendum here. Joining me, we have Tawny Newcomer, we have Ryan Weber, who's been here since season 1. We have Cam, who has participated in season 1 and has joined Press in season 2. But joining us is Xander Brown, who also competed in season 1. But regardless, all of us are responsible to work diligently and provide every player as fun and inclusive of an experience as possible. Of course, this should be uploaded onto the Spellbound YouTube channel. We will be sending the link to this video after everything is said and done so that anybody who is not in attendance, I didn't check who was here, will be able to review this later. Just they want to ask about host chats or whatnot, by all means. If there's any other questions you do have about rules, please send them in your house chat. Host chat. I don't know why I said house chat. But anyways, let's get down to the nitty gritty of it all. What I believe is first on our agenda, first for me to do, are the tribe divisions. Right. Any objections? Hooray. I got a thumb up or a point. I don't know. Tawny's thumb's really long. Anyways, so you guys saw your graphics and you may see one of 2 colors ringing around this frame that you're in. If you're ruby red or you're emerald green. If you're ruby red, you're on the Lioni tribe. No. If you're on the ruby tribe, you're on the Tamata tribe. Tamatatini is Tin Man in Fijian. So Tamata is, well, I guess it's person, but whatever. And the people on the Tamata tribe are as follows, in alphabetical order. We have Alex, Chris, Giraffes, Keddy, Rachel, Ryan, Shelly, Tommy, and V. All of you are the newly assembled Tamata tribe. As for the rest of you, donning emerald green are the Lioni tribe, which is Fijian for lion. In an alphabetical order, is as follows: Caitlin, Grace, Jared, Jeremy, Nathan, Rafi, Richard, Scott, and Xander. You guys are the newly assembled Lioni tribe, and that is all for me, because I'm trying to catch my breath still. If there's anything else that needs to be reviewed by Prod, by all means, they will. But that is all for me. Best of luck to all 18 of you. One of you will join Timmy Lewand, Julia Rowe, and the reigning champion, Sam Williams, in the Spellbound Survivor Winner Circle. And I'm super excited and uncertain who it will be from this group. I'm very excited to see how this all plays out. Have a good night, y'all.
Okay.
All right. So,
No, wait, hold on. What were you going to do, Cam?
I was just gonna let them know that I will be adding everybody to their tribe chats and giving everybody their individual roles, so they will all be able to see their one-on-one chats and their one-on-one VCs. So, and if you have any questions, if you're missing any chats, I'll give them after the Zoom. And if for prod chat stuff, if you want prod guests, at me about it, and I can help with that. And yes, best of luck to everybody this season.
Okay, so if any of y'all have ever followed or been in a prod chat of a game that I have hosted before, you'll know I don't do your stereotypical role searches. And I just want to go over what the idol board is this year. Oh my God, Rachel. Just looked at and I see 20 faces. Okay, that was terrifying. But I just want to go over what it is going to be. So that way, if y'all have any questions, I can try to answer them now quickly. But essentially, I will be sending the board into the announcements chat. Y'all will be playing Candyland. I know a lot of y'all probably haven't touched it in a couple decades. But we are going to be doing a simplified version. There's no losing your turn if you land on a little licorice piece. But essentially, whenever I do open it up, whenever you ask to go for your idol search for the day, you will be given a card. It will be your responsibility to keep up with your spot. So you will be marking your spot on the board. And there is a yellow brick road and a red brick road. Whenever you land under that one spot of the road, you will either be going up or down, depending on where you fall on it. It'll make a lot more sense once you see the board. And then trying to think if there's anything else. It is going to work how it is. If you are up at the top, you pull one of the pink cards that are down at the bottom. You do have to go all the way back down to the bottom of the board. Everything has been predetermined on card draws. Just to make life easier, so y'all won't see like a wheel spin or anything. Everything was predetermined months ago. Does anyone have any questions as of right now about how Candyland works or how the idol search will work? You will get one guess every 24 hours. It will start at the time that we do start this tonight. It'll probably be within the next 30 minutes to an hour just after this ends and I get everything uploaded. So then that way I'm not being bombarded. And one thing I do say every season, there are a lot of y'all and there's only so many of us. So please be patient with us, especially with this first round of idol hunts. I'm sure a lot of y'all are anxious to go see what we have out there. So please just be patient. That's all I ask. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Brian, if you have anything to say, thank you all again for being here with us and for choosing to play our game. Who is waving? Oh my God. That's the love of my life. Sorry. But yeah, that's all I have. Brian, you have anything?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, to echo the prod sentiment, good luck to everybody. It's a blessing, and I'm grateful to have every one of you here. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. If either you ask it and not be needed, then you not ask it, and it could affect the game somehow, or you don't know something, so just ask it. But with that, good luck to everybody and have fun.
Okay, I'm going to kick y'all out of the Zoom now, so then that way I can get this going unless any of y'all have any generalized questions for production that would be helpful to anybody else who would be seeing this. Yay? Nay? Okay. Okay. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy your tribes, get to know each other. Oh, one last thing. There will be a live competition on Sunday. I will have more details about time, what's required, here within the next, few hours or so once we get everything settled. Yeah. Y'all have a good night. I don't know how to stop the recording, so I'm just going to close out of the Zoom because I'm dumb.